Hello and welcome to more Hex Crank Live. This is Cole, back with more Alan Wake. I was away last weekend, but I'm back now. Let's get started, I believe, with episode 3.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see a wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
The Dark Woman is using
How the hell did she get
the
her
waitress
hands on the
on,
manuscript
against
anyway?
me.
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI.
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Oh, I wanted a Randy dog. Hi, is he Chocobo? Let's see what his menu is. Ooh, it's spelled D-A-W-G. That's so they're extra tasty. The W stands for quality.
Come on,
Granny
mister.
Claus's
I'll take you to
clam
Rose's
chowder,
trailer.
sparkling river special. Zany chicken fried steak. I've seen zanier. Sorry, buddy. I was just checking out the menu. Are they on Twitter? Is Randy's Dogs on? Is Twitter a thing yet? No, only nerds use it. Okay, that's 2010.
A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook store. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Well, mister, this
play
here's Rose's
trucks.
trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh, yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good. Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry!
Barry got the Mickey.
What? What?
Oh, she served him opposite coffee.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Alan doesn't really do being told what to do.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right.
So Alan's only providing the hands.
Save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Yeah. Rose had it bad. Oh, there's Barry.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me, and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day.
Cooking with corn.
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
You're right. I deserve more.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Let's see here.
Mr.
Randolph calls the
liked
police.
Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of this business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Oh, the boat has moved. It blocked my way out.
Just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller?
I know I asked this before. What kind of radio station is this?
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know? I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a, argument with Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
Yeah, what kind of radio station is that? Oh, I miss Randy's dogs. Alright, let's go see this truck. Oh, wait. There's the superintendent.
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Lane!
Nightingale's sassy.
What are you? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Make it easy on him.
Get after it. Don't let him get away. Move it, move it, move it.
Alright, gotta bust my ass through this forest. But Alan doesn't have much ass to bust.
There he goes. Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it.
Oh, damn.
Cool, it seems like I've lost them.
on, guys. We need to head him off.
Wait, manuscript page.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Oh. So Barbara Jagger is written into existence. I've forgotten a lot about the story of this game, aside from the broad strokes. Ruh-roh. Okay, they're searching over there. That's good.
Search the area. Stay sharp.
How is everybody doing tonight? Chat's a little light.
Over here.
Hey, Wink.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Zombie Chocobo says they just had a delicious hamburger. Was this a homemade burg, or did you outsource your burg? Ruh-roh. Ah, homemade burg. I had a homemade burg earlier this week. Ruh-roh. Crows.
This is Jane. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. Jake, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what you... Come on! Sit down and give me that.
Jane, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, you know what I mean? Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The, Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh, yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Yeah, so Nightingale has Barry in custody.
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
Pray tell, Wink, what is hamburger soup? I've never heard of that.
I I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through that.
Let's see, I need a flashlight, but a spotlight will do.
There was no power to the searchlight.
So hamburger soup is ground beef, stewed tomatoes, assorted veggies, potatoes. Yeah, I can see that being good.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
I was too busy talking about food to use that searchlight. Kick it. Yes. Cool. Good. More affirmative statements.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Okay. I wonder, I forget if those do instant death on the enemies or not. That's right. Gablom. Were there any guns up there? Yeah, I have some beef that I'm not ready to... I'm a little bit worried about how long it's been in the freezer. So I'm thinking it might be time for stew day. Well, we're talking about cooking by throwing a bunch of stuff in a pot. If you're watching in the archive, this topic of conversation is going to sound very strange and kind of out of nowhere, but I assure you, I am responding to the chat. Cool. Batteries? More flashbangs, so I guess I'm just not using guns anymore.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
Well, I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, still no guns. Ooh, they're all around me. Shit. Shit. Down you go. Fuck. Oh, man. I've been playing the switch port of Bayonetta, and I feel like that is getting my my dodge finger all limbered up. It's very good. I've only played it in portable mode so far, and it's great. Yeah. I'm not like a frame counter or anything. I'm sure like Digital Foundry will have something up that, you know, might go into more detail, but I haven't noticed it being any worse than the Wii U port.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Oh, why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us? What do you mean?
It's a trailer park. Of course you're going to have trouble in a place like that. I mean, what do you expect? The sheriff
Cool classism, lady.
citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Well,
They'll have to try to sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You got away from me. Don't hurt her.
Whoa, everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
Oh, I wanted to get a better look at Maine's microphone.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, HP Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
I love Nightingale's verbal tick. I'm coming after you, Wordsworth! Shit, is that a gun? Yeah, it's a flare. Close enough. Yeah! Down you go. Good. Aha! Yes. Next to that, Model T. Fuck! Wait, where'd you go? Oh, they straight up just dissolved.
As if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
For someone like you. For someone hounded by shadow monsters? Alright, I have, like, no ammo. Okay, shotgun. That's good. Oh, geez, it's not good when it triggers an ambush, though. Ooh, tracksuit! Fuck! No. Ah, man. Wall. All right. Nice. That's right, walk across a light field. Nope, nope, nope. I will say that playing this game got me into a non-Dark Tower Stephen King mood. So I reread The Shining, and I listened to Dr. Sleep. And you know what? Dr. Sleep is pretty good. God damn it. I was too busy talking about books. Oh, hey, Jala, welcome. Also, hey, K2K8. Wow, I just got geeked. Jala says she missed most of this game. This is only chapter 3 of 6. And really not a lot has happened. I mean, stuff has happened, but you won't be too lost if you tune in. But like everything that's happened has been like just mystery set up. You know? There hasn't been much in the way of answers so far. Hey, Jala, what the fuck game are you talking about? Romancing Conan's war daddy to put a baby inside? Wow, why am I having such a problem with this? Oh, she's talking about Fire Emblem Awakening. Okay. It was just a very strange summation that she gave. In light, you can hurt them. Okay, there's something I'm not taking into account with this particular encounter, because they start out surrounding me. Okay, maybe there's that. Maybe I just need to make a circuit between the work lights. Okay, let's lure them around between these work lights. Shit. Oh, thank God. Okay, here we go. Good. Good, good, good. What was this other message up here? Didn't quite grab it before. The darkness controls the Taken. The Taken are the, shadow zombies that are coming after me. Oh, yeah, Wink, your chat blooped out because I didn't get any messages from you about Bayonetta.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me. The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
Oh, I forgot that this, that eventually inanimate objects would start going all, Lucas's apartment from Fahrenheit.
And a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Oh, this area sucks. The first time I die here, I'm gonna go and get a drink.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Ruh-roh. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna go get a drink. I will be right back.
I hope.
So Wink is asking if Bonfireside Chat will return with the remaster release. No. There is nothing more to say. Nothing more for us to say, I should say.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Fuck.
Sure. I hoped I could find a car from there. That was pursuing me was growing stronger.
Well, at least I wasn't killed by one of the pipes this time.
I could find a car from there.
It's a little bit frustrating how people seem to be trying to like gin up rumors that the remaster is going to have new content. I've not seen a single primary source that has indicated that they're adding anything. You know? I understand hopeful thinking and wanting more and all that, but I think that those rumors probably account for, you know, some number of the requests that we get or questions about whether or not we're coming back, you know?
Sure. I hoped I could find a car from there.
I really wish I had a flashbang or something. Something that would keep those things away, because what I think it's telling me to do is to you know, strip away the shadow with a flashlight. But man, it doesn't seem to be doing much. It doesn't seem to be doing anything.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Okay, thank God. No, fuck. Too soon. Too soon. Fuck. Yeah, I'm certainly gonna play the remaster specifically for the Switch, because having one of my favorite games ever on a portable sounds dope AF. If there's anything new, or if there's anything appreciably new, I'll definitely, you know, we'll find a way to talk about it somewhere, you know, but I'm just, I'm not holding out.
Just starting to get interested in writing. Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Yeah, that's just like an arena. Yoink. Ruh-roh. Okay, come on. Fuck. Come Wow, that guy just kind of ran right at me. Yeah, Abject Suffering is more than just bad games. It has overflowed its original boundaries, which is good. Fluidity is good. And when people say, well, is the title about the suffering of playing games? No, the title is about suffering, because that's what life is, god damn it. Well, check out this glitch. Ah, rats. There was an invisible hammer floating in the air from one of those gigantic sheriffs.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Hey, Stink Horse, what up? I always feel like I'm insulting you when I use your name, Stink Horse. And I harbor you no ill will. Oh, fuck. Oh no, it's the Shadow Dozer. Oh no, no. Also, hello, Deliritant. Sorry I didn't, No. Uh-oh. That's right. Man, that sucks. That sucks to die at that time after I killed the fucking dozer. Alright. Wait, there's an emergency box. This'll have good stuff in it. Flares. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Stinkor says that Cole playing games is a very good play on words. Thank you. I also think that it's very... I like doing that series. I like playing JRPGs for people. Check out the condensed version that I put out. That cuts out like random battles and what somebody referred to as errata. Geeked. Yep, Cole-playing games, like role-playing games. You know, and it's abbreviated KPG, right? Get it? Down you go. But I mean, the best puns are right out in the open, aren't they, Stinkors? It is right out in the open, but... That's right. Just try. Just try! Fuck. I would like to say that I cornered myself in there intentionally to protect myself. No, that was just an accident. That was just me happening upon victory by circumstance.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now. Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw. Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Off-roading. I don't know why I sang that in the tune of Goldfinger, but there we are. That's what we're working with. That's what I got.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
What kind of radio station is this? I'm just curious. I just want to know what format we're working with here. Is this just a dude who's got a building? Does he have a license? Does he have sponsorships? I haven't heard a commercial. Most radio's commercials. You know? Whoa! I'm not trying to be all zigzaggy like that. Stinkhorse asks if best implementation of a mechanic would work as a WAF theme. I would need more information because I like the sound of it. I like the sound of best. But are we talking about kind of a single mechanic with 3 of the best implementations of it? Or are we talking about three games that are the best of, you know, an implementation of a very unique mechanic in them, like the Tulip game that is about kissing? Which is probably, I mean, that Tulip game, I don't know if it's the best one, but it is definitely the most thorough game about kissing.
Welcome back to KBF-FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then, there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Hi, first-time caller, long-time listener. Just wanted to put something to the assembled panel here, so you just can tap your noggins. What kind of radio station is this? Sorry, I just what kind of radio? What kind of radio station is this? What kind of radio station is this? I'll take my answer off the air. Thank you. Good God, this camera, man. Oh, that's backwards. So they go on to say, like, and by they I mean Stinkhorse, talking about like Alan Wake for best dodging or Prototype for best freedom of movement, stuff like that. If I was steering you, like if I was just kind of putting that month together myself, it would be more about like a single mechanic and what are the best examples of that. So like if you wanted to pander, like, oh, grappling hooks, let's pick games about grappling hooks, although we have already done Bionic Commando and Spider-Man 2, right? Something like that. I think like a more unified kind of thing, but you know, I hesitate to rule anything out kind of off the cuff like this, right?
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
Okay.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Stinkhorse is trying to inception a Prototype episode. I mean, so I only played Prototype on a rental. I think I got it from GameFly the summer that I was in New York. And I dug it. Like, it is a very good Incredible Hulk game. Although, if I'm being honest with you, if I was picking one myself, it might be Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. I know that's not what you asked for, but you know, I have to be sheepish and say that's my jam.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by
You
you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
Deliriton asks, whoa. What's going on?
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Deliriton asks how one would make a prototype and Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction episode happen in the same month. Probably buy a theme month and pick like superhero game examples or destruction game examples. Deliriton also suggests a Destroy New York City theme. I don't like how often New York gets destroyed. I like New York. New York is fun. A lot of people live there, you know? Wait, somebody said there's a thermos that I missed. Item limit reached. I have too many batteries. Holding them like a bunch of limes. Ah, I missed it. Oh well.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Okay, so a whole rail yard is about to attack me. And not like that time I rolled up with the Pinkertons ready to bust skulls over unionizing. It was a different time, though. Shit! Whoa! Hey, Frost Circus. Okay. Good, good. Why does so many of these dudes wear jumpsuits? Not jumpsuits. Jumpsuits are it's a blue collar mainstay. The jogging suits. Jogging suits is what I mean. Jogging suits. Don't talk to me about Arkham City. I was very disappointed that that didn't win the Batman poll. I really would have loved to play Arkham City again. Okay, so Zombie Chocobo shows me the silver lining. By covering Arkham Asylum last fall, we were able to discuss strong clowns at length and say the oh, fuck no, and also say the phrase "strong clown" an awful lot. God damn it. Buffo.
What the hell? The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Oh shit! This is another big combat arena. I hate it when the level design is just full of tells, you know. You know, I'm very happy you all watch me play games. I'm not very happy that I died just there, but this is fun. This is fun. Playing games and talking with you in chat and seeing stuff that I wouldn't otherwise see. Not to be sappy or anything. Maybe it's the bourbon and ginger. It's probably the bourbon and ginger. Frost Circus says their main memory of Arkham Origins is when Killer Croc turned invisible during the boss fight. Going on to continue, I think his eyes remained. Now tell me, you don't think that made Killer Croc scarier? I'm not an Arkham Origins apologist. I have literally no horse in that race. Shit. Here they come. Oh boy. Panic button, panic button, panic button. Okay. Woo! Fuck. Can't believe we've done this. Okay, flare gun. I've got a flare gun. That's good. Okay. Let's beat a proactive retreat. Shit, where did you come from? Carrying like a honey knife and a sickle. That's a very strange kit you got there, bud. Okay, let's boogie. Shit. No! Oh boy! Up we go. Okay. As the great scholars of old once said, whew, that was rough. Wink says that their own Dark Souls story has stopped at Medir, the optional boss. Yeah, one of the optional bosses from the Ring City. Yeah, it's not great. I certainly didn't beat Medir. And if you need someone's permission to skip that bullshit, then you know what? Guess what? You got it. I don't want you to suffer, Wink. And Medir is suffering, my dear. Hey, Jake S.A., welcome. Ooh.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Okay, where is Mirror Peak at? Is that you up there? Or is that you? Whoa.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Okay, this is not a driving section. Let's see what's back here, though. What in the world? Whoa. So Deliriton says that maybe this is a seeing versus doing thing, but they really dislike the slow-mo during dodge. I would probably change the degree of it a little bit. However, I do think that it is a really valuable element to have in some measure or some degree, because the game so often has enemies come out basically any corner around you, and sometimes that slow-mo period during a dodge is really the only time that you're able to realize that that something is coming at you from an angle that you didn't consider. Frost Circus says ASMR beverage, I think probably referring to the ice in my drink.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
I just love how Nightingale just uses whatever writer he can think of. I've got you now, Miguel de Cervantes. That's right, Cervantes. Your soul blade will not affect me. Fuck. Okay, that was pretty effective. Yeah, I'm not about to pick a fight about the Soul Calibur / Soul Blade series. I just that joke about Cervantes and the Soul Blade was really really all I know about this. Really all I know about the lore. I know Siegfried had it at one time, and he's Nightmare now. Maybe not now, but he was Nightmare in the version of the game that I played.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
What's up here? Oh, this pump-action shotgun is much better than the first one. Frost Circus says these graphics hold up very well. I'd be inclined to agree that even if I fired up my 360 version of this game, that it would that it would certainly look good during play, like during these particular sequences right here, where you're in the woods and, you know, fighting dudes. I am playing it on the PC, though. Like, this is very high res. I think that they updated a bunch of stuff for it. And yes, the facial animation is heated up dog do on a stick. Whoa, hi, friend. Shit. No! That worked so well when I was up against a bulldozer. How far back am I?
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Fuck! No. Okay. Think I'm supposed to walk toward that big light? No, 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 no. Oh, there's so many of them. Oh, guys, there are so many of them. There we go. Okay. Whew. Checkpoint. Good. Good checkpoint.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
God, I love the talkie taken. Whoa, look at him go. God damn it, fuck! I've got, like, no hope here. Look at those shadows. That's some straight-up Atari resolution up in this piece. Come on. Okay, Flash. What up? Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. What?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer. Let me see here. Can I run back to that lamp? I could use that third of my health back. Oh, well, I didn't have to run back. I could have just activated that checkpoint. Okay. Well, better safe than sorry.
The place was dead. A ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Don't you fucking think about it.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight. Something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Oh boy. Who would have thought that the outside of a fridge would kill me? This chapter is very long. Shit. Ah, God damn it. Die. Okie doke.
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Okay. Where in the world is this building I'm supposed to meet the kidnapper at? Come on.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up. Birds.
Let's boogie. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tunnels go to Cauldron Lake.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain. Alice?
Alice!
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here. The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
Powered by ghost stories. An underground lake. Okay. Alright, a bunch of the dudes are gonna come out of nowhere in here. And by dudes, I mean rocks. And by rocks, guess what? I mean dudes. Hey, Nuke Power. Fuck. Oof. this chapter is way too long, is what I'm discovering.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Let's pray. Okay, good. Shit. Okay. I was looking at the wrong thing. I wonder why kick is the universal gesture or action to take at a ladder. Why not gently release the latch? And I only ask that because I know that I personally would be a gently release the latch man. Okay, is this the place? These flares tell me it's not the place. Hachi-machi, do I have to go up there? Really?
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Molnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
Alright. I need to use the restroom and also pour myself a new drink. I'll be right back. Am I heading across that gondola line over there? What am I doing? Shh. Okay. Crows is a good video game studio. Alrighty. Fuck.
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
Just great. Uh-oh. Move faster! Shit. Okay. That's not terrible. All right. Whoa, I didn't mean to use that very, very valuable ammo on that one dude. Hey there, Brian, what up? Fuck.
Shit.
Nope, nothing down there. Deliriton says there may or may not be a snake in their boot. Oh, Brian won Friday Night Magic again. Congratulations. What are the stakes in Friday Night Magic? Is it more of a bragging rights thing, or is there any kind of, you know, making a prize? I suppose I should ask, is there a prize beyond the sweet feeling of victory? That is the less diminutive way to ask that question. Whoa. Shit. Assholes, come on. I was like right there by the checkpoint. They do a pack per player in the prize pool, and the winner generally gets 75% of those packs. Yeah, but mostly it's about bragging rights. That's cool. I mean, like the entire deal seems to be like, hey, this is a cool way to spend a Friday night. Like, yeah, the prize really shouldn't matter, nor should winning, as long as you like the people you're playing with. Yeah, awesome. Congrats, though. Congrats. Whoa! Is that guy wearing a coffee can on his head? Brian, how long have you been playing Magic? I'm just curious, because most people that I know have either been playing it for a shockingly short amount of time or a shockingly long amount of time. Please phrase your answer in a format that is not a Star Wars quote. Shit. Brian says he's been playing off and on since 2000. So we're about the same age. So that would have been like late middle school, early high school for you. Brian says his wallet has never forgiven him for walking down the path that leads to Magic the Gathering. Whatever, there are worse ways to spend your money, to spend your time. It's social, it's strategic. You should not feel bad. Not that you said you did, not that you need my permission. I just, you know. Just don't feel bad. Yeah, I've never played Alan Wake's American Nightmare. I might fire that up for a couple of sessions after I finish this. I know that is very much like the arena combat version. It is Alan Wake minus the story content, which might be a plus for some folks if they just want the third-person shooter with the dodging mechanic and the light mechanic. There we go. Checkpoint. Good. Cauldron Lake is in a caldera of a volcano. I have never walked across a rope bridge as unsturdy as any of the ones in media. Oh Jesus, what's going on? Deliriton asks, like, wait, you've walked across a rope bridge? Yeah, like at camps and stuff. Hey, Brian, thanks for subscribing. Frost Circus says, I heard a Resident Evil. What trickery is this? That's an overlay that I put on for notifications about activity, stuff that I want to thank people for when they do. Deliriton says, this city boy does not leave the urban sprawl. I take it for granted that my thoroughly average childhood is thoroughly average, that it applies to most people, which it most certainly doesn't. Yeah, I chose to use a Resident Evil sound effect on my stream alerts because it's short, it's subtle, and it makes sense with the typewriter text that I like.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
Okay, who is Mott? Is he a hoople? Deliriton asks if a smooth gameplay experience can translate to effective horror. I always equate smooth with modern, and I would say that Resident Evil 7 is very smooth and also very scary. I would say, yeah, I think that that a lot of the time there is a trade-off that is established. Look at the original Silent Hill. Them saying it makes sense that our shooting controls are not that great because, you know, Harry's a writer. He's not like a shooty man kind of guy. And that is true. That will hold in a lot of circumstances. I don't think it's necessary, though. I don't think that you need to be disempowered by awkward play for something to be scary. I think that there are lots of different ways that things can be scary. Things can be, dreadful. Things can be, disturbing, off-putting, disgusting. You can even be terrified. You can not want to continue any further. But bad play is not necessary for any of that. Whoever wrote that is a big fan of Tom. I curse you, Thomas Zane. You talk to me on TV, Tom. Hi, Tom. Tom, hi. My name is Tom. CN plus TZ. Tom. Hi, Tom. Thomas Jane just wants his kid back. Dang it. I'm one floor lower than I wanted to be. Thanks for popping in, Brian. I appreciate it. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Keep away, keep away, keep away. Shit. Asshole. I think the other set of initials down there was the name of the lamp lady. Man, that is some 2004 ass geometry. Look at that.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat. I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find. I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Wait! Are you? Wait!
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
No! Get away! Sorry. Please, lady. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make him play ball. You see? To get him writing for us. Please. Please. Oh. I'm sorry.
Wait, so a kidnapper lied to me? I've never been so galled in my life. There we go.
Oh my, what a wretched life. I was born on the day that my poor mama died. I was cut from her belly with a Stanley knife. My daddy did a jig with a drunk midwife. Who's that yonder all in flames, dragging behind him a sack of chains? Who's that yonder all in flames? Well, up jumped the devil and he staked his claim on me.
So yeah, that's episode 3. This is Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds with Up Jump the Devil here on Hexcrank Radio. My name is Cole. We are turning down for the night. No, it's not quite midnight, but edging up there. Thank you everybody for watching. If you have the moment and you haven't already, continue going. Go if you're on Twitch, follow. If you're on YouTube, you can subscribe. If you're on Twitch and you have Amazon Prime, you can use a Prime sub for us. I'll be back tomorrow night, Saturday. Cool. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful weekend if you don't tune in tomorrow. And if you tune in tomorrow, hope you have a pretty good tomorrow, too. Bye.